7:02 p.m. This is a regular meeting of the governing body of the Borough of Bloomingdale. Tuesday, December 19th, 2017. I'd like to again welcome everyone. I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Hanukkah, here. I'd ask at this point to people rise and salute our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, can I please ask you for your final roll call?
Mayor Dunleavy.
Here.
Councilmembers Hudson. Present. Costa.
Here.
Della Ripa.
Here.
D'Amato.
Here.
Sandemeyer.
Here.
Yazdi.
Ray is on his way, so I can copy him. And also with us this evening is our Borough Attorney, Greg Semrau. I'd like to welcome some people here with us tonight. Treasurer Sherry, Deputy Clerk Harry from our tax office, who will be our clerk, January 1st. Following Mayor Tushka. I'd like to Chiefs, Mark, Pete, thanks for being here. Bill's by Sandy. Frank from the Robert Draft, thank you for being here. Frank Foreman, Utility, thanks Frank so much for being here. And especially like to welcome Dana and her friend who being here tonight on this last meeting. And former Councilman Bernie just came in, and Tony Marciano, our current fire chief, and a couple firemen. Come on, you guys. Just going to do a quick presentation. And for this short one,
Oh, sorry.
and especially former borough attorney, Jeremy Van, good friend of all of us. Thank you for being here. And of course, also with us this evening is Jane McCarthy, borough clerk for 30 years, who will be retiring at December 31st. And while I do a little more housekeeping I have to do, once I'm completed, we will have recognition change. And I also welcome Mayor Olderschlager, who is also joining us this evening. This is an official meeting of the governing body of the Borough of Bloomingdale. On December 28th, 2016, the date, time, and place of this meeting was factored in the mail all over the media and posted here for all. This time, I asked Jane if she would please come off the dais, and I'd ask her to have a seat. How about it be long? So we will roast you when you sit. You know, they say great things must come to an end, and you know, it's hard to believe is those that we all know and love Jane McCarthy. She's been such a constant in the borough of Bloomingdale, and has served our borough with such class, with such dignity, an incredible amount of integrity, that you really thought this time would never come. But the end part is just a chapter in the borough's history and a chapter in Jane's life. Obviously, Jane has a great retirement ahead of her, but it was important for all of us to recognize Jane. Now, on January 25th, we are having a big celebration for Jane's retirement. But Jane's made it a little difficult. She doesn't want a plaque. I can't give her a plaque. Jane, you ain't getting a watch, because I don't know why you retired people want watches, because time shouldn't really matter.
It does.
So we figured what we would do is just have a really big blowout party, McCarthy style. And that's what we're doing on January 25th at Port of Bells. So if you don't know about it, please see Terry, email Terry, and we'd love to have everyone attend. So again, I just could not let Jane's last meeting go by without some recognition. And that's some people, important people in Jane's life to be here this evening. Jane is one of those rare people who instantly becomes your friend when you meet her. So for all my years involved in the borough, she wasn't a coworker, she was a friend. I said at a few luncheons we've had in Jane's honor so far that Jane is not like family, Jane is family. And it's rare you find someone that special. As we all know, whether it's the birthday card she sends you, the St. Patrick's Day card she sends you, or just a pick-me-up note, when she knows you're having a tough time. And she's done that personally for me a few times. So, you mean more than you'll ever know, and it's from a very special person. As I said earlier, you serve the borough with incredible dignity and class, and have given the borough the respect it deserves because of your leadership as municipal clerk for so many years. Jane has served for 7 mayors, over 850 meetings. You can't imagine the hours, especially if you put in the hours like even the meetings.
I had 700 of those.
And countless business administrators. But Jane, as I said, was always a constant for the borough. And it's just not going to be the same without you. It's not going to be the same at all. But again, as I said, I know personally you and I will be friends for the rest of our lives, as I'm sure you will with everyone in the room. I can only say working with you has been an incredible pleasure. I appreciate your thoughtfulness. You proved that it doesn't take a loud voice to accomplish things. Because Jane always remained calm. Regardless of the circumstances, Jane always remained calm.
Can you reinforce that for my daughter?
Yeah. I see Dan the shade you had. Should I press this every time? At the borough. At the
You should
borough.
let you come here in my room.
Yeah. Well, good thing I have OCD because my office is clean. Otherwise, I need to fix my shoes too. Your work has truly made a lasting impact, and one that has changed the borough for the better in so many ways. We all appreciate how you're always readily available to lend an ear, help solve a problem, not just for business, but personally too. We all wish you the best in your retirement. I feel that just thanking you for all you've done is not enough, but that's what we're here to do. So thank you. Before I continue, I know we have a lot of people who have fond memories and great relationships over the years with Jane. I'd ask if anyone would like to just wish Jane a congratulations or say something. Again, we will be doing that as well on the 25th, but anyone please get the opportunity. Yes, please,
Hold
Joe.
for a moment. James, well, it was my honor to represent the borough for many years, James. It was a pleasure to work with you. And I'm so glad that I've had the chance to do so for so many years, and you are, and I look forward to a wonderful time. And congratulations.
Thank you, Joe, very much. Anyone else, any council members? Oh, yes, please, Bill.
7 mayors.
Oh, and I'm her favorite, by the way.
Well, I'm her next favorite. We can talk about the one before me. So.
Not great.
But 7 mayors, Jane, and you know, it's a tough job being the mayor, but you made us all look good. I think I speak for even the ones who are not here tonight. So congratulations and the best of luck in the future.
I think on behalf of the fire department, we wish you luck. You've helped us out a tremendous amount. Permits or whatever questions we might have, it's always an email or come over and see you, and usually get us the answer pretty quickly. So we appreciate all you've done for the fire department as well. Thank you.
Appreciate that, Mark.
So much fun.
You're welcome. You know it's from the heart.
As I was frequently told, I'm chapters 12 and 13. When I first came in, I remember you telling me the story. You said, what am I going to do with that? I was young, didn't know anything. It was all true. And I learned a tremendous amount from you. Not just about municipal government, but about people, about life. And there were some really good times and some really rough times. And I consider myself to be a better person because I had the opportunity to share the good and the bad and the ugly over the course of chapters 12 and 13. So thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Anyone else? Yes.
Mayor, I just say that it's been such a pleasure and honor to work with Jane, and she I don't think anyone here has ever met anyone who, it's like everyone loves Raymond, everyone loves Jane. I mean, no matter where you go, you know, she treats everyone the same, like as mentioned, with respect. And me too, over times when things were hard or difficult, you know, just, and if you haven't spoken to Jane for a while, she treats you like you just spoke to her yesterday. So the work will always be there, and you have that legacy, but the friendship going forward, everyone in the office loves and adores you and working with you. I got the pleasure to meet Jane's mother, which was really special as well, and you know, we wish you all the best. And you worked with Sherry. But it made really the office, you know, a real special place to go to. You always felt welcome. It wasn't you were going to work, and that's everybody in the office, but Jane was like the centerpiece to that. So all the best.
Thank you, Joe.
Just for me, in my 5 and whatever years of being on the council and before that in the fire department, I can just tell you, anytime you made a phone call and you called James Willis, her voice was always the same. Always pleasant, no matter what you were going to ask, no matter the feedback you got, you just keep everything together, and I think that's what keeps most of us together. But I do appreciate it, and I wish you the best. You're going to enjoy it. The only thing I ask for you is keep the candy jar full.
Yeah, I just washed it today, so it's ready to go.
Anyone else before I?
I'm a little upset there's no ventriloquist here in this public forum here. I think you can take care of that at the 25th.
Okay. If you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Okay.
If not, it will be there.
And then also, I know you're 30 years of mayors and councilmen. Now you can let everybody know who your favorite council person was.
Sing it off the balcony.
But I love you and good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Jane, I would of course like to say the same. I know, we're still gonna have our shoe shopping to go. Sherry, you know, and Terry, you're in. But really, the best of luck. You know, it's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I think also through our communication on Facebook, I've gotten to know you better. What a, you know, wonderful person you are, and I think you're gonna really enjoy retirement. And you know we're dragging you back.
Good work, Flower.
Yeah, I would.
Her Freddie and her Fred.
No, we're gonna be back, because she's gonna be shopping for us.
Right.
That's our son. Don't want time to shop for us. So.
Absolutely. Anyone else, please? You know, as wonderful of a municipal clerk Jane was, she is even a better shopper as an neighborhood. She would just, you know, we were going to have her head to Marshall's, but we decided against that. But she would go out lunchtime and come back and say, "How's this for everybody?" You know, like, your shoes that fit Bree, your shoes that fit Sherry. Just great stuff. But Jane, we can't say enough about you. I look forward to the 25th to continue a real strong, fun celebration. But one thing whenever I talk about Jane, the one thing I always mention is her commitment and support to our veterans. You know, she actually taught me a lot about it, because you know, everyone respects veterans, and I didn't get it. I really didn't get it until I met Jane Clark. How important it was to respect and support you know, our military of all forces, and active or retired, and that's because of you. And you again put the borough on a whole different level when it came to doing what we were able to do for our veterans. And I hope those traditions continue in the borough. I know I will make sure in your honor that they do. And but that's one thing I always have to say about Jane Clark is, you know, it's very selfless. It's just thinking of others all the time. Family, friends, and as I said, the veterans. So Jane, your presence is going to be greatly missed. Your work here certainly ensures that you'll never be forgotten anytime. What you achieved at the borough has had quite an impact. We can only thank you for your tireless professionalism, being a wonderful co-worker, but more importantly, as I say all the time, a great friend. There's no true words to reflect how much you're really going to be missed, but I'm not sure where we all can stalking on Facebook still, so that's part of our plan. So now it's important you go out there, enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, enjoy the world, and have as much fun as possible. So we love you very, very much. Did you want to say before I present you something?
I do.
Sure.
Is that your speech? It is. You whipped it up. Well, I took the day off today. But anyway, I've been struggling. I'm going to read this. I've been struggling all day what to say this evening. How do you thank people who you have met and come to love over a 30-year span? I don't want to miss anyone. They say life is a journey, and today I'm at another fork in the road. This one I hope will be as wonderful as the road to Bloomingdale. I was hired by the Democrats and tenured by the Republicans, thus the nickname Switzerland. I have served with 7 mayors, many councils, 10-minute council meetings, and many that lasted until 1 in the morning. I have seen the town grow through the years and seen many changes. When I first started, I typed on a typewriter. I used carbon paper, and I didn't know what social media was. I have kept up with the changes. Tonight, I will be one of the changes. Change is good. It's a fresh outlook, technology, savvy, and more energy, and new energy. I leave you in good hands, to be honest. I thank all the mayors and councils, professionals, residents for your faith in me over the years and your confidence. I've been blessed by good working relationships. Now here's where I choke up. To my work family, thank you. You have laughed with me, cried with me, gone along with my crazy schemes. Part of my heart will be left here, but I will not be far away, and I expect to be included in the lottery. Still go out on the girls' night out and future celebrations. When they start saying Jane who, call me and we'll rev it up again. Now to my family and friends, my daughter Dana, my 2 grandchildren, my 3 brothers and sisters, sister-in-law, nieces, nephew, and a new grandnephew, and most of all to the Queen Mom, who's 92 years old. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Some have referred to our family as the Brady Bunch. Carol Brady, I'm not. We all have issues, hard times, good times. But through it all, we have been there, one for all and all for one. I look forward to spending time with my 93-year-old mother, whose words of wisdom are profound, some of which are, nothing good or bad lasts forever, and let's have a cup of tea. As you know, I lost my son 12 years ago, and my daughter and I used to refer to ourselves as the 3 Musketeers. Now there are 2. Our hearts have never been the same, but all of you, council, professionals, residents, friends, family, were there for Dave and I thank you for that. You gave us strength. So now, I have changed my color of hair tonight for my new venture, got some casual clothes, and I'm ready to make some memories. I only hope that the next 30 years are as wonderful as the one that I leave with this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to correct 2 things for the record. Jane who will never be said in the borough. And number 2, Terry still uses carbon paper. So, we present to you, Jane.
Thank you.
And you don't want to plaque, but you cannot leave without a key to the city. We hope to see everyone on the 25th. We're going to take a 5-minute recess. For those who are going to park, they park and say hello to Jane. I'm going to call the meeting back to order at 7:29 p.m. Okay, there's no need for an early executive session, though we will have a late executive session. There are 4 non-agenda items. The first is approval of a cell tower, the existing cell tower lease extension. I'll explain in detail when we get to that. Fred has to review the contract, but I want to get approval with his, attorney review. Number 2 is filing a mortgage on 30 Victor Street. That's from our Affordable Housing Trust Fund. Number 3 is naming, we were remiss in not naming John Whitehead, Kinnelon, the DPW superintendent, as a recycling coordinator for 2017, which we have every year. It's an $800 stipend to file our recycle documents, and I need to get that in order, and it'll be on reorg. And the 4th item is renewing our recycling contract with Gata Recycling Company, and I'll explain that in a little detail when we get to that too. So 4 non-agenda: cell tower, mortgage, recycling coordinator, and Gata Recycling. Those are the 4 non-agenda items. At this time, I need a motion to open to early public comment for agenda items.
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Anyone wishing to speak, please come on up. Agenda items. Seeing no one, motion to close.
So, second.
All in favor? Reports. Jane, do you have anything for us?
No, please.
Okay, wonderful. That was beautiful what you said. Fred, anything?
No, Mayor, just wishing everyone a happy holiday, and again, extending my congratulations to Jane.
Wonderful, thank you. Any council member? Just a couple quick things on my end. As you know, a few meetings ago, we authorized to go out to bid on refinancing $1.5 million of existing debt. We were currently paying 4%. We were successful in obtaining a 1.9% interest rate. This debt was to be paid off and will still be paid off by 2023, resulting in a $51,000 savings in interest over the life of this refinance. We will be voting on the 2018 meeting schedule. We did that already. I just want to point out the meeting schedule for 2018, but the reorg will be January 2nd, Tuesday at 7 p.m. And the final item is, I'm proud to share with the council, I attended a symposium at William Patterson University this past Friday, where we were invited and received a certificate in recognition for our stigma-free program, presented to the Borough of Bloomingdale in recognition of your leadership efforts in standing up to the stigma of mental illness, presented by the Mental Health Association in Passaic County. So I was honored to be there. I actually sat on a panel helping other towns to establish a program, so we will proudly display this in the borough. So glad we started that program. It's really taken a life of its own, and it's been a great success. So that's what I wanted to report. At this time, I need a motion for the consent agenda, which would be resolutions 12 point, what do we got? Oh, no, it's going to be our second meeting.
One through 20 is one,
Mhm.
1 through 12.20.
Okay, so 12.1 through 12.22?
I think we're moving M, right?
Yes, M is being removed. That is not ready for action yet. Other than that, let me get a motion. Let's get a motion.
So moved.
Second discussion.
Second.
Second, okay, in discussion?
Just a question. Wait, don't we have an application in?
For what? Fire department? I didn't get anything.
Remember? It's not on here, that's why I asked. You mentioned that last time.
I can add that to non-agenda if we know.
I might have.
If you have the information, I can make it the 5th non-agenda item, or we could wait till reorg.
We did one last week, we did 2 last week.
This one came after.
All right, that's just, Chief, just email me, I'll get it on reorg, you'll be fine. That'll be good. Okay, anything else to anyone? There's further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Costa.
Yes.
Tomato.
Yes.
Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sondemire.
Yes.
Piazza.
Yes.
So you went all the way through Q on that, right? Okay, pending items. Second and final reading of Public Ordinance 23, 2017. Franchise renewal agreement, salary ordinance. First, who makes a public notice statement, please?
Oh, actually, you know what?
Yeah, I'll
Franchise-
read the
franchise
ordinance.
shouldn't be there. It's
Right.
a salary ordinance, that's technically the same.
public notice statement, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this ordinance was posted in the municipal building, published in the Herald News. Copies available to the public that a motion may be made that it be read by title.
And who makes that motion, please?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's an ordinance establishing a minimum and maximum range of salary and compensation for categories and titles for officers, non-contractual employees, and contractual employees in Borough of Bloomingdale.
And now I need a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Seeing no one, motion to close the public hearing? And who moves to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers D'Amato.
Yes.
Della Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson. Yes. Sondemire.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
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 I think that's a
Yeah.
Costa.
Yes.
Thank you, Fred.
Okay, thank you. New business. First, I need a motion for Resolution 12.23, payment of the bills. Who makes that motion?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Della Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sondemire.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Okay, and I need a motion for 12.24, transfer resolution, the amount of $28,288. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved. Second.
And discussion? Just one comment. The one buildings and grounds was the replacement of the second large garage bay door on the cold bay at DPW. Quite an unsafe situation that failed. So that's what that $15,000 purchase is, just so you're aware. Any other comments? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Hudson. Yes. Sondemire.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Della Ripa.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I need a motion for late public comment.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wishing to speak, please come on up. State your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, motion to close late public comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We do have a late executive session. Two matters of personnel, matter of negotiation, and item C is deleted.
John, didn't you have
I'm so sorry. Get excited, it's 7:35 here. There are 4 non-agenda items. The first, excuse me, as you know, we have a lease on, with SBA Company on the cell tower down at the, I'm sorry, Rich, yep. They continually reach out and actually try to offer a buyout option, but remember, we are partners with this with Butler. Butler's a deed landowner, we run the facility, so we share everything. So, but when you do the math, it's better to get a continual annual income that we receive on the rental on this phone. But what they wanted to do is extend the lease. It renews normally in 8 years, but they want to renew now to extend it 10 additional years from the original contract. And we get a $40,000 signing bonus by doing so. $20,000 for the Bloomingdale, $20,000 for Butler. So this will be contingent on Fred's review, as well as Butler has their attorney reviewing as well. But again, we're going to renew it, and hopefully it'll allow them the ability. Why they want to do that is it helps them market to providers when they see a longer term on the lease. So if we can get new providers on there, then we just make more revenue on our rental fee. All right, so it's a home run for the borough, and Fred, you'll have that, to review in the next couple of days. You don't have that with you. Ask Terry to bring that down. Okay, we'll email it to you. It's quite cumbersome, so I think you need a hard copy of it. So, so with that said, can I have a motion to authorize the extension of the cell tower lease agreement? 12.25 resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Sondemire.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Della Ripa. Sorry. Hudson.
Yes.
Great. The next item, I need a motion. Do you want a resolution on this mortgage? The mortgage? So resolution 12.26. As you know, we've been aggressively utilizing the Affordable Housing Trust Fund that was funded by Avalon Bay in the amount of $150,000. We've funded 3 projects this year where we authorized the community development company to begin 2018's process. But what we're doing here is we have to file a mortgage on 30 Victor Street in the amount of $15,400, as these owners of the home took advantage of this funding. And the requirement is obviously the mortgage, because it's waived after so many years, but if they sell, it has to be satisfied. So who makes that motion, please? 1226.
Second.
Any further discussion? Again, I'm really pleased with how we've received successful
John,
applications on this.
This money can be used for mortgages?
No, it's an affordable, no, we have to put a mortgage on the house. So that this, remember we did those, they're still up, the beautiful, colorful flyers, need home improvements, and there's income qualifications like any affordable housing unit project, et cetera. So this was one of the successful applications who did $15,400 worth of work on their home. Roof, siding, boiler, okay, with our trust fund money. So we get counts towards, if you remember, our affordable housing plan has rehab units that have to be done. So that's all part of this. So once they use our money, we have to put the mortgage on the house. So that,
Got it.
right, so the borough's now mortgagee on 30 Victor Street for $15,400, because there's parameters around the money. Number of years, I think it's 10, you have to be in the house 10 or more years. So if they sell the house in 3 years, they have to redeem that mortgage. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, the second one we've done. We should have a third very soon to file. So, yeah, it's all good stuff. Any other comment? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Yazdi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
Tomato.
Yes.
Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson. Yes. Sondemire.
Yes.
Next is I need a motion for 12.27. This is just a housekeeping item. I think it got confused when Mr. Whitehead used to be our CPWM and recycling coordinator, and I think when we no longer used him as a CPWM, it somehow got lost in translation that the recycling piece went with it. So what we're doing is authorizing him for 2017 to be our recycling coordinator, and it's an $800 stipend that we have paid, and this will be on reorg for 18 as well. Who makes that motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Costa.
Yes.
Tomato.
Yes.
Delariva.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sondemire.
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
The final item is I need a motion, Resolution 12.28, to approve Gator Recycling Company. Please give me the motion, then I'll explain in discussion. Who makes that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. The reason we're doing it now versus reorg is because the contract actually expired in September. And in realizing that, we've been in discussions for a while with Gator. The recycling market is really not what it was. I mean, we do receive some funds, some monies, but here's what we're doing differently, which is going to save the borough a decent amount of money. We currently have resident drop-off of cardboard and newspaper at the site, right? And we get charged $175 every time they pull that dumpster, okay? Which could be 3 to 4 times a month, because we get a lot of cardboard and paper dropped there. The company's willing at no cost other than us putting in the foundation, which our guys can do, install a compactor. So the Gator Recycling will be providing and installing a compactor. So now we can compact all this material, which will reduce us to 1 pickup a month. So the anticipated annual savings is $3,500 to the borough by not having to pick up, so often. As far as we get, as the fees we get for commingled the newspaper are just based on the New York High Domestic OCC yellow sheet. It's a recycle industry. They give you a rebate of minimum 15 per ton. Depends what the market does, and that's what our contract has always said. But the good news is we're going to be putting in a 40-yard compaction unit to help lessen the amount of times we have to pull the unit and
Where's
pay.
that going, Joe?
It's going back up where, we're still deciding. It's either going to be, I don't know if you've been down DPW, they moved the dumpsters to the lower level again. So it's either going to go there or back up top so we can have a better visual on it. So I'm not sure yet. Either where they were or where they are now. So
What's your runoff? It's gonna be electric.
that's why we're thinking about going closer to the building. We haven't talked about their electric yet. See if they'd help us. If they'd help us run for minimal or no cost because they get the usage to the lower level, that's what we'll do.
Do they own it, or do we own it for breakdown?
They own it,
maintenance?
maintain it, and service
Awesome.
it, and all of that. Yep. But they're just going to provide it to us, so we have to provide the electric and the concrete footing for it.
And John, I know at one point we talked about recycle centers and that. Is there still no money in it? And
There's no money for us
Be
to
a cost
spend,
to us
right. I mean, we had an offer of a donation for a large pad, which we could revisit someday, but to to build the steps, the ramps, the railings, the dumpsters. There's no money in recycling. I mean, you're not gonna pay for itself.
But for them to come pull it.
They're charging us
more
a buck, right.
What we're doing today.
Absolutely. We don't even do commingled, I'd love to do commingled drop-off for residents, but the amount of money we're paying for them to come and pull that. Now, remember, we bought a new DPW truck that has a roll-off that we'll look at that, see what the costs are on that, but no commitment yet to do that. Because ideally, it would be have our own containers and we bring it down, and then there's no cost. You just get paid on the tonnage. We could visit that, but there's no money. Gosh, the days 2011 and prior, the borough used to see $20 plus $1,000 in recycle grants. Now we're averaging $5,000, $6,000, in recycle money. Okay, did I get a final on that? We're still in discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers D'Amato.
Yes.
Joe Ripa.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Sondemire.
Yes.
Yasi.
Yes.
Costa.
Yes.
As I said, we do have late executive session. Any action the public will have an opportunity to speak on. Governing body schedule, reorg January 2nd, 7 p.m. And again, I congratulate Ray and John. They will be sworn in. Also, our new clerk will be sworn in that day. I also want to welcome Rich back. He had a health issue, and you look great, and glad you're doing well. So it's real important to us. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. This time I need a motion to go into executive at 7:46.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Take a few minute recess, clear her out, and then